She worked from the age of 6 as a timekeeper on a cotton plantation. Johnson was inducted into the Inventor Hall of Fame in the year 2000. It seems like every single thing in America has a Hall of Fame. Absolutely fascinating. The barrel-chested Charleston quickly made an impression. His expert play in center field and his lively bat, which helped the ABCs win a championship in 1916.
This is Africa, the cradle of mankind's birth, where powerful kingdoms arose with stories of worth. A youth-filled land, the youngest population, with diamonds and cocoa from its fertile foundation, exemplary leaders, their legacy told. Nkrumah, Mandela, their spirits bold. From Johnson Sirleaf's Liberia, where freedom lies, and her first female leader, so wise. Let courage and dreams unite as one for a brighter tomorrow where greatness is spawned. In this beautiful, colorful, and friendly domain, greatness awaits, where hopes shall not wane, where tales of triumph weave a tapestry. Welcome to Today in African History.
It's October 6th. Pictured here is a woman known for her civil rights activism. Her name was Fannie Lou Hamer. Born on this day, October 6, 1917. She sadly passed on the 14th of March, 1977. She was called the spirit of the civil rights movement. Born a sharecropper, she worked from the age of 6 as a timekeeper on a cotton plantation. Later, she became involved in the Black freedom struggle and eventually moved on to become a field secretary for the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. In 1962, Fannie Lou Hamer volunteered to work with the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, registering Black voters in the South. She and the rest of her family lost their jobs for her involvement, and SNCC had her as field secretary. She was able to register to vote for the first time in her life in 1963, and then taught others what they need to know to pass the then required literacy test. In her organizing work, she often led the activists in singing Christian hymns about freedom, This Little Light of Mine, and others. She helped organize the 1964 Freedom Summer in Mississippi, a campaign sponsored by the SNCC, the South Christian Leadership Conference, which is the SCLC, the Congress of Racial Equality, the CORE, and the NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored Peoples. In 1963, after being charged with disorderly conduct for refusing to go along with the restaurant's whites-only policy, Hamer was beaten so badly in jail and refused medical treatment that was permanently disabled. So this is Fannie Lou Hamer, who on this day in 1917 was born. So October 6th, 1917, Fannie Lou Hamer was born. She sadly passed on the 14th of March, 1977. She was a civil rights activist called the spirit of the civil rights movement. This is one of the many brave African American women who stood up for what was right. May we be encouraged by her courage. Next, on this day, his name is Lonnie Johnson. He was born on this day in 1949 in Mobile, Alabama. His father worked as a civilian driver at Brooklyn Air Force Base, and his mother was a homemaker who worked part-time as a nurse's aide. His father taught Robert and his brother how to repair various household items, prompting the boys to create their own toys. The boys once made a go-kart out of household items and a lawnmower motor. Johnson set out to develop a pressurized water gun that was safe enough for children to play with. Water guns at the time were very unsophisticated and cheaply made, able to shoot streams of water about 8 feet. He called his invention the pneumatic water gun. After securing the patent in 1991, the toy was now called the Super Soaker. Johnson was introduced to Al Davis, an executive with Laramie Corporation at the New York City Toy Fair. 2 weeks later, Johnson was at Laramie's headquarters in Philadelphia. The executives watching the demonstration all exclaimed, "Wow!" Their only concern was whether anyone would pay $10 for a squirt gun. After signing a deal with Johnson's company, Johnson Research and Development Company Incorporated, they would all be in for a big surprise. Within a year, all involved knew they had a runaway hit. Within 10 years, more than 200, wait for this, million Super Soakers had been sold. The gun had gone through many modifications and expansions with new product lines and became the toy of the decade. Johnson continued inventing and would eventually hold more than 80 patents for his contributions to science, and in light of his great success with the Super Soaker, Johnson was inducted into the Inventor Hall of Fame in the year 2000. It seems like every single thing in America has a Hall of Fame. Absolutely fascinating. His company has continued to innovate, creating improved radon detectors, heat pumps, and lithium battery products, as well as new toy concepts. So that's it for this amazing inventor, amazing Black American inventor. We don't have many inventors. The few that we have, most people don't hear about. There are things that, we use in our world. And I think a lot of us just assume they were invented by white people. So you might be using something which was invented by a black man or a black woman. You never know unless someone tells you. So his name again is Lonnie Johnson. Do not forget the name. He is the guy who invented that thing he's holding in his hand, the water gun, or the pneumatic. He has a fancy name for it. He calls it the pneumatic water gun. So pneumatic, in case you didn't know, is spelled with a P. So it's Pneumatic, the pneumatic water gun. Last but not least, Oscar Charleston is his name. His full name, Oscar McKinley Charleston. He was born October 14th, 1896 in Indianapolis, Indiana, United States of America. He sadly died just a few days to his birthday on the 6th of October 1954 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He was an American baseball player and manager who was considered by many to have been the best all-round ball player in the history of the Negro Leagues. The barrel-chested Charleston quickly made an impression with his expert play in center field and his lively bat, which helped the ABCs win a championship in 1916. A left-hander who hit for both power and average, he was best known for his exceptional speed, his strong throwing arm, and a volatile temper that often led to fights on and off the field. Guys were here for the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's very, very interesting. So he had a volatile temper. The thing is, it's probably his persona, the fact that he had a volatile temper, or the fact that he was a very good, passionate person. He was passionate in the sport. That's kind of fed into his temperament as well. So it doesn't come as a surprise. Charleston retired as a player in 1941 with a lifetime batting average of .357. He then managed various teams in 1954. He guided the Indianapolis Clowns. I thought that was seeing a new word that's just been invented. So he guided the Indianapolis Clowns to a Negro World Championship. He was inducted into another Hall of Fame, of course, the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1976. So Oscar McKinley Charleston, born October 14th, 1896, died October 6th, 1954. The best all-round ball player in the history of the Negro Leagues. That's it, folks, for today's Today in African History. Thanks for joining us. If you like what we're sharing here, do like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell, and we shall see you bright and early tomorrow, October 7th. Hasta la vista. Bye-bye.